It's good now. Darn thing. Okay, are we good now? I think we're good now. As soon as I pressed stop stream, it started being fine again. And then I turned it off and then I turned it back on. It's back for real this time. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and do some detailing on this. I want to add some trim brakes. Some pieces of trim brakes, possibly. I have to find a piece that would work for that, though. For sure. Okay, I think we're back on this time. For sure. Darn thing. Why would you do this to me? Alright, that's too big. It's pretty slim. Some pretty slim pieces here. So we're going to do some detailing on this building. On the station building. And then we'll add the supports at the bottom. So let's pull you back up here. Alright, I'm gonna try and find some good support pieces here. Because they are really not much thicker than these trims, actually. Even though they are metal. Kind of like metal pieces, so. We're gonna try this here. It's just like on the inside of it. And we're gonna use kind of like a cream color, not just like kind of like an off-white. I'm gonna put 2 sections here just to be safe, in case we have to mess with the terrain. As you can tell, it's something that does need to be addressed sometimes, so. So we're gonna do a couple of them over here too. It's already got some supports underneath for the station, which is cool. Kind of want to almost steal one of these. Just change the color, possibly. See if we can do just that. I don't know, this might be a little small here. depending on how you put it in there. Again, it's just a minor detail, so we don't have to go all out on this. Just one of those minor minor details for just a support. That's all it is. These actually look surprisingly pretty good. These little footers here. I actually like these footers a lot. Oops. Clicked on the station, I guess. Alright, now the top piece. And this will work for us for right now. Might reuse this, that little support structure more often, because I like it quite a bit. Okay, and now we have like some little wooden pieces here that are just kind of cool, so I guess I'm actually gonna do my wood search. So we're gonna be looking for some wood and see what we can find here. Alright, it's gonna be under scenery, I think, what I'm looking for. If I can spell wood. Sometimes I can't remember how to spell it, apparently. So we're going to align to surface real quick here. This will probably work pretty well. We're going to give this kind of the same color, except it's going to be just a little bit off color here. And this is one of those minor details no one's really going to even pay attention to, so... And each one is just kind of a different height. Yeah, I'm going into that much of detail. Alright, so after a few of them, you could probably go in and just select all of them and just move them on down here. Insane details. Precisely. There, and that's kind of the idea. There's just like these little planks at the bottom kind of hanging off like that too. So we're going to use those. Alright, and that's going to shape up, hopefully. Ah, that's a good shot right there. I'm going to save the park. Because make sure you save. That's always a good idea, to make sure you're saving. Alright, we're going to continue our journey here. I might as well get going on these, See, I'm always one of those that just like to jump around back and forth between things. So it's a good thing to do that. So I decided to jump back between Thunderation and Time Traveler a couple times. But I always find it useful to jump around, because when you get that, it's hard to have that patience. It's probably a bad thing to do the same thing for too long. You want to change it up a little bit so everything feels a little more fresh. Alright, we're one step further into the layout. Whew. Man, this is gonna feel so great when I finally finish these custom supports on Thunderation. It's gonna be such an incredible feeling, because I'm just gonna be like, oh my gosh, I finally got it done. Make sure our steel pieces are still going good together here. Kind of want to work on these two so I don't have to do the same thing again the whole entire time. Let's adjust you just a pinch. Got a pretty sharp turn here to adjust. Just posted your park on the workshop. Sweet. Awesome. Alright, we're caught up on that. And that's one step closer. We're one step closer to where we want to be. Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit of body work on the Thunderation station here. It's actually pretty open right here, now I remember. There's like some openings that I remember. If I do remember it. It's pretty safe to say we can work on this right here though. And if there's windows, of course I will adjust it and everything. So what we need to do with it. Of course, we have a tunnel going in right here. We're going to split this from the building. See if I can just turn down size here. There we go. And that will work like a beauty. And I think I'm doing my I'm going to do like my own covers for this too. So in other words, like some custom work on it. Alright, so I want to use this piece again. Whoa, what happened? I don't know, what happened? It lagged for a second. Oh, okay. As long as it's only for lagging for a second and not like many seconds. Oops. Alright, so we're going to take all these pieces, rotate it around with angle snap on. Need to get some reference photos of this tunnel and stuff. This is just gonna be our tunnel for now, though. Just gonna be our tunnel for at the moment. Alright, so for this path, I'm going to do something different here. We're going to make the width of this bigger as we do that. And we'll have the entrance to Thunderation. Which the entrance used to be a little further over here, but since Time Traveler came around, they took out all the switchbacks, which were where the last turnaround is, pretty much, is for Time Traveler, and they're actually going to use there's actually going to be a entrance that goes, there's actually a pathway that goes back here that goes into the building, and the queue line is going to be underneath. But we'll see how all that turns out. Alright, so I'm going to go back over here. Again, I like to go back and forth to try and help do this. Now this is outlined with white. Remember when RCT3 was a good coaster game? It still is in its own right. It's still really good. A lot of people still play it, actually, so. Believe it or not, they do still play it. one more. It's so bad. Well, you do have to keep in mind it was made in 2003. And then pretty much everyone came in and started doing all the mods and everything for it, and that's really what made it a little bit more customizable and everything. The fact that everyone went in and started adding all the mods and stuff where you could change it up a bit. Yeah, see, I played the crap out of RCT3 myself. And then when I remember when I was young, I would I saw it when I was young. I saw all these people making stuff in RCT3, and I was like, man, how are they doing that with all that stuff I've never seen in the game? And then I got into the custom scenery and all that stuff, and was really excited that I got to do all that. We're gonna change grid height. This is the game that finally got me to buy a new graphics card. Yeah, actually me too, because I did end up buying a new one after this game came out. I did do that myself. Alright, so that's all covered up except for this side, but that's okay, because that's going to be the maintenance phase right there. Alright, so now we're going to go in here and make the roof. I'm going to put a roof on this place. This game is like meditation for me. I hear ya. I hear ya. I hear ya. I'm going to do a 1H piece first on the top, because it does kind of hang off on the roof a little bit. Whoops. And we're going to go the gentlest slope, because it is pretty gentle actually. Piece here. I'm gonna go ahead and do it to the other side as well. Copy that sucker onto the other side. Ah, that looks oh man, I just like spazzing out over my own work sometimes. I don't mean to, but I'm just like seeing this spot right here makes me go, oh my gosh, it's so cool. I never figured out how to get stuff in custom stuff in RCT3. Well, you had to like get the folder, and you had to put stuff in certain folders in the program files. So when I was a kid, I just looked up videos on how to do it and just went step by step. Yeah, sorry, sometimes I get those moments where I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Because, you know, I see this in real life and everything, and then when I see it in, like, now, I'm just like, in the game, I'm just like, holy crap. I want to add the trims right here, though. They're not going to be real trims, but let's see. What is a good piece that I could use for trims? If I can just make, like, very small pieces that are going to go in there. This is a piece of wood, but I'm gonna try it. Don't know why, but I'm gonna try it. I'm back. What have you done? Since you last came in, let's see. What have I done? I've been working more on... I don't know if you're here since I completed the layout for Time Traveler, so I got the layout complete. Been working on details on the station buildings, and I worked on the queue line a little bit for Thunderation, and a couple of custom supports in this tunnel. That's the main thing. So yeah, I did finish Time Traveler's layout. And now we're just doing some more, couple more details. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm just gonna keep going until I can find something. Looks nice, thank you. And we worked on some supports for the building as well. Alrighty. Well, we just gotta find some pieces here. I want to find something that will work good. Let's just go and go into different things, and maybe something will stick out to me. Maybe in the columns. Wouldn't think so. It'd have to be a very... Has to be a very thin piece. I'd like to find something. If I find something, it probably would be under, most likely under the scenery pieces. So we're gonna take a look into that. Almost an hour and a half left in the stream. We do still have a little over an hour to go. That is for sure. So let me see. Let's go ahead and take off wood there. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the arch shapes. I know they're gonna be too big though. Let's try it. Kind of had a feeling that these would be too big, but I guess we'll try it. I think it is a little too thick, but you could do a fake coaster with the trims on the thing. It could work. No coaster collision. I don't know. I might try that if this doesn't work properly. I didn't do the trims on the actual ride because first it would make it a little bit too slow. And second, you can't do the track type. It doesn't look good because it does the one track type that's not triangular. It won't let you do it without that. And it goes down a pretty long ways down with the trims. Yeah, that's too big. It has to be thinner. We'll come back to that eventually. Get me my guide here. So we got some windows down below and right underneath. So I'm going to take a look at some windows here for this. Wonder how much the trims are going to slow it down in real life. Not really at all. A lot of people say they're it's the piece that unlocks the spinning, but no, they're spinning before it even hits that. So, always pretty sure that's false. Alright, this is a pretty good piece right here. Might find something better. See how this looks with the white. Actually nice, because it's a lot more rustic kind of looking. Alright, and then we got like 4 windows in a row down here that are, and I'm gonna say that those are for the queue line. Underneath. And this is directly under. Be really cool because you'll get some really cool views of the, in real life, you'll get some really cool views of the first drop while you're in the queue line, if that is what that's for. There's windows right here too, but they're slightly different kind of windows. Kind of more like this. Get those placed down, and then we'll just center it up. Alright, so we're gonna take these trim pieces and they're gonna go across here. Yeah. It's really hard to see sometimes of how they actually look, so. Alright, this is the true center right there. Center it up to that. How many steps do you have to climb up to get in that station? I don't know, actually. I haven't been on the stairs. Actually, myself. Have not yet been on the stairs. I was in the station, though. Ah, Dragon Mist is now hosting my stream with 1 viewer. Thank you very much for the host. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Alright, so again, that's centered. So let's go ahead and fix that. Anytime, how are you? I'm doing fantastic. We're making a lot of progress here. And I'm very excited because look at this. Just look at it. It's fantastic. I'm doing fantastic. Look at Time Traveler. We finished Time Traveler's layout and it's really cool. And then we've been working on Thunderation's a little bit on the custom. That is sexy. Thank you very much. It's looking fantastic. I will say, like I'm like getting all excited myself just by looking at it. I don't want to do. I'm not gonna do like any like inside stuff. That's because I don't know what the inside's gonna be like just yet. Because when I was on dock, they didn't have any theming yet, so I'm gonna wait on that. And Thunderation's starting to come together, at least this front part. And I don't know if you've seen it before, but I did my little Thunderation sign too. Which turned out really good. But yeah, I love how this building's turned out. I almost want to do like a side-by-side comparison with how this is turning out. Hold on. Just because I want to see how good it is. How close. If I can get this to come up here. How did you get to the station out climbing on the stairs? Well, we went through the exit actually. When I went on dock, we actually went through the exit, which is already on the level of the station. All right, so let's go time, traveler, drop, STC. There's a specific picture I want to look at. I just want to like compare it. Oh, here's a good side view. That actually might be of use to me. Alright, you can't see it yet, but you're going to be able to in a moment. Oh, wait. Let's use a better picture than that. That picture sucks. Here's a good one. This is actually the animated one, but it works. We'll see if I can use that one. As I scroll to look for a new one. A different one. There's a certain angle that I want to view it from, but I don't think I'm going to be able to see that from that angle, actually. In a real life version. Now I can't find the picture I was at. Silly me. Wow. Where was that picture that I had? Was it that one? I'm looking for it because I have to do a comparison picture. We'll just use this one. This one looks good. Okay, so you can't see it just yet. That didn't work. Where'd it go? Ah. It's hard to get it on the screen at the same time. Alright, hold on here. I'll show you. Ready? You ready for it? Oh. That screen capture's not in the right spot. Here, I'll show you. How's that look? It's not the exact angle, but you get the picture. Kind of. In a way. But if you're at the correct angle, you know, you could get that down a little bit better. Like, I'm pretty impressed by it. Like, I just like looking at it. And comparing it with the actual thing. Of course, it's not actual, but we're pretty darn close. I'm actually looking at it as a reference photo now to kind of get the, as there's a lot of windows on the side, too. So we're going to go ahead and add those windows. They're just kind of scattered around up here at the top. Like, there's quite a few of them. They just like take up this side completely. Alright, that'll be good for right now. Alright, I want to do the... Let's go ahead and work on the roof. I'm going to actually put a skeleton in there. As there actually is a skeleton. As for the roof, it's more of a metal... It's pretty much a metal roof. Excuse me. It's a metal roof, so I might be doing a cover on this. Or I'll probably cover this up with a different texture. Looks like there are more supports on the station, question mark? Yeah, probably. In fact, one thing I do want to add to this, there's actually a cross part there in real life. And it's actually hanging off more of the cliff than what I have it. What is everyone's prediction for best new ride for 2018? Everyone's going to say, at least at the start, everyone's going to say Steel Vengeance, of course. Just because it's the most hyped coaster right now. You know, I might be a little biased, but I do feel like Time Traveler can give it a run for its money. But in all reality, I do think Steel Vengeance is going to win. You know, I don't think there's any way of getting out of that. You know, I do think it will win. But, again, I'm a little biased. I always feel like... I do feel like Time Traveler could give it a run for its money, because people don't know what the ride experience is really going to be. You know, everyone's kind of playing it off. Because they're like, oh, it's a spinning coaster, you know. But I do think, realistically speaking, probably Steel Vengeance. But you never know. We could get surprised. Alright, so we're gonna create the skeleton so it's on the inside. Because I'm gonna try and have interior details as well. Most underrated one is Knott's Berry's new one, which is Hang Time. It's a dive coaster. Which does look really good, too. I do think it looks good. Alright, angle snap on, please. Have to go small here. Alright, and we will copy this throughout the part here when we do get it complete. People say Twisted Timbers is going to be the underrated one, I think. In my opinion. That's the underrated one. Okay, so we're gonna try and this isn't gonna work out the way I hoped. Well, maybe, we'll see. So I don't want any of these pieces. None of you. None of you. Alright, let's see if that's it. I think it is. Yes, it is. Ah, the end piece. I didn't think about that. Poopy. Alright, let's deselect that. Hi, Joe. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Okay, so I would need to make sure I have the last one deselected. If my calculations are correct. I'm gonna have to deselect that last one. That way we are good. Nobody move. Since I apparently selected all that stuff. Alright, this is gonna be tricky. So we're gonna get rid of all these. We're just gonna use this beautiful flying camera. And as long as we don't miss a step here, I think we're good. Okay. Get rid of that. Might have to adjust the end one. Yes, I am going to have to, but that's okay. I'm willing to do that for sure. What's my favorite roller coaster? My favorite roller coaster is Maverick at Cedar Point. At least what I've been on, of course. Oh, I don't want to... Actually, we don't want to delete you. We just want to shift you to the inside. But thank you for the compliment saying that it was looking good, by the way, too. But Maverick ended up being my favorite. Alright, looking good on the inside. Now we gotta add the top piece up here, too. That I'm gonna have to find. So we're gonna have to change the grid size and the height to make sure we can go directly over the top here. And again, I'm probably going to use a custom texture on this roof because I don't like... Because it's like a metal roof, but it's not this. Is Time Traveler going to be forceful? I don't know. I haven't ridden it yet. What coaster is this one called? This one's Time Traveler from Silver Dollar City. It's going to be the new coaster opening this year in 2018. And my gosh, I'm pretty... pretty... happy with my recreation of it. Like, I'm pretty darn happy with the way it turned out. And it is going to be a spinning coaster. Unfortunately, we don't have the spinning cars, so we can't have the, spinning and involved in it. No spinning for us. You think it's going to be forceless? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be forceless. You love my Time City videos. Thank you very much. I don't know why you want a shout out. What is it going to do for you? But shouting. There you go. Ah! I shouted out loud. Let's go ahead and go all the way to the top. There we go. Important updates. Remind me later. I'm in the middle of something. Give me a scream out. Ah! There you go. I don't know how loud that was, sorry. But you asked for it. Alright, that's looking pretty good right there. Alright, so do a quick save. Save it up. Save it on up. Can you write it? I can. I will say that it has been a little laggy on the POVs, so we have been writing it already. But for some reason, we're getting some pretty crappy lagging on it. On POVs. I don't know why it lags on just the POVs, but we've had a couple lagging issues. But we'll try it again, I guess. Whoops. See if it lags or not. I apologize if it does. But of course we don't have the spinning cars, so that kind of sucks. But I'm pretty proud of it. I could probably make a couple adjustments here and there, but for the most part it's pretty good. Again, it likes to lag on the POVs. It looks like it's doing better this time around, but there's the vertical loop. I actually haven't done a full ride through yet of it, I don't think. But it could use a little bit of smoothing in some spots still, but not too bad yet. Is there any possible hardware configuration that currently exists which you could play the POVs in this game buttery smooth? Not that I know of. The one thing that I do for my cinematic videos, what I do for my cinematic videos, not live streams or anything like this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying in the park full of pieces. This is what I do. There's a program called Cheat Engine where you can actually slow down the gameplay. So you slow it down to where you're getting every frame and it won't lag. So you have to record it. It takes forever. It takes forever, but it works really, really well. Because then in post-production you speed it up and to the proper amount. And you'll have a buttery smooth, completely lag-free. And then I like to add a little bit of a motion blur effect in it on mine as well. To give it that extra bit of detail on it as well. It works very well, but anyways, I think it's looking good so far. So yes, it's called Cheat Engine. Just be careful when you install it, because there's a lot of malware, spyware, or whatever. Just make sure when you're installing Cheat Engine, make sure you have all that stuff unchecked. So make sure you're reading through everything while you're installing it. But it works very, very well. I wouldn't recommend using it for any other game. That's because, you know, it's just what it says it is. Cheat Engine. You know, you can actually get really much in trouble for using something like that on an online game. Yeah, just do the install and don't... just make sure you uncheck all the malware and all that stuff that you don't want on your PC, because it will try to install other stuff too. Just make sure you read through it, that's all I say. And if you check out Silverette's channel, he actually has a really good tutorial on how to use it, and he'll go step by step through it as well. But it slows down the gameplay, and you pretty much just ride the coaster, and it eliminates the lag, but then you speed it up in post-production. I have not been to Six Flags Over Texas, no. I've only been in Texas one time, and I did not go to Six Flags Over Texas. I went down to Corpus Christi, I believe. Got banned on CSGO because You had an app that let decide application which to use sound device so I could play while I used to watch a movie. I was able to play CSGO after I uninstalled program. Huh. Alright, so we're just doing a little bit of custom supporting here on Thunderation. Gonna take forever. Hopefully will be worth it in the end. Looks like I'm gonna have to rotate these a little better. This park is super moving along. If you're talking about this, not so much. This is gonna take a long time. I have so much I need to do in this still. It's not even funny. Unless you want it to be funny, I guess. But yeah, we're up to 10 views. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining. We're working on Thunderation and Time Traveler in this stream, so doing a lot of detailing stuff for that. We finished Time Traveler's layout a little while ago. Right over there, looking pretty good. If I do say so myself. Six Flags Great Adventure is your home park. Awesome. Can I play Fortnite? Yes, I actually do plan on playing Fortnite in the future. I've been playing it a little bit on Xbox, and it's pretty fun. I'm thinking about live streaming it as well. I'm not good at it. I really suck at it. But, you know, maybe that can make it... that can always make it extra fun anyway sometimes, right? Okay, so we'll do a couple of pieces just here. And I have not ridden King Dakar yet, no. I would definitely like to, though. I have been on Top Thrill Dragster, so I'm sure it's not too much, too different. But I wouldn't know because I haven't ridden both of them. I've only been on Top Thrill. And I did really like Top Thrill. I haven't ridden in the front, though. I only rode Top Thrill in the back. And I only got one ride on it, I believe. No, I got 2 rides on it, that's right. I remember now. I got 2 rides on it. Alright, we'll get this piece over here completed. So there's just like this little steel support on the outside of Thunderation that we gotta get in there. You're super good at Fortnite. Well, good for you. Good for you. You get it? Haha. I'm not great at it just yet. I've never been really great at shooting games anyways. Oops, you just went through walls there, I guess. Alright, that's a good stopping point for that. As you can see, Thunderation's starting to come together. Shaping up anyways. There's still so much to do on the, like, obviously the custom supports, but it's starting to shape up pretty nicely, I think, so. So we do our custom supporting for it. And again, just for you guys that might not know, I have actually started a schedule in the panel down below. I'm actually going to start posting ahead of time when my streams are going to go live. So something new that I'm going to be doing and trying to do a little bit of a schedule. So I think it'll be kind of cool. So if you want to know when I stream again, you'll check that down below. I haven't come up with the next one, but I'm going to try and start doing those more in advance, like days in advance as much as I can too. So to prepare you guys. And here's my little Thunderation sign. Go ahead and do a quick save. Can't save enough because I've had times where my PC just randomly restarts and it's just like, why? Why did that happen? You know, it kind of gets annoying. I can't wait till we get a lot of the supports going on the Helix section. And we're going to have to do the tunnel as well. I haven't done anything on the tunnel. I'm going to work a little bit on the painting over here. Turn down the size just a little bit. Got a little bit too much of a rocky texture there, I think. So we're going to go around here and just kind of... Because, you know, it's the new ride, and there's still a lot of, like... What I've heard, they're going to be planting more... Getting more trees back out here. Even though they tore down a lot to build Time Traveler. It's definitely going to be a unique ride with all the land that it sits on, for sure. Lots of terraforming to do. Makes my job a little harder on this. But I'm excited because it's going to turn out cool. And we're going to have to do the amphitheater too right here. The have not been to Carowinds either. I haven't been to as many parks as I want to. I've been to Cedar Point and Kings Island, but I haven't been to some of the... That's like the two biggest parks I've been to. Obviously, I've been to Silver City. I'm there nearly every day, actually. So, we got Silver City. I've been to Six Flags St. Louis, Worlds of Fun, all the Missouri parks there. But you want to ride Gatekeeper. I've been on Gatekeeper. It's actually pretty good. Very, very smooth. A lot of people say it's really forceless. You know, I would say yeah. I mean, it's got a really good ride, though. It's really fun. Alright, you got a great pass ahead of you. This is just... I just wanted to go through a little bit what we have done in this build. So we have the Silver City sign, of course. And this is the entrance area. Those are the ticket booths over and to the right. This is the Ozark Marketplace. Might put a couple shops in there. I'm not sure yet. And we're still working on the entrance area just a little bit here. This is going to be guest relations. And we have the bag checks right here. I haven't put the little booths on there just yet. And there's the front gate, which is very small and interesting. When's the next episode of Error Valley? Very, very soon. It's going to be on the YouTube stream, actually, for Error Valley. So it will be on YouTube. We got the hospitality house, the entrance and exit. We haven't built the building yet, but... And here's the start of the square. This is the Reunion Hall, the Mill Restaurant over there, and then we have Hannah's Ice Cream, and then we have the general store being built over here. I've been trying to just like get buildings started. Now I haven't finished a lot of them really, but I just want to get them started to get an idea where they're gonna be, and it really helps me because I want to get the layout of the park going as much as I can. At Brown's Candy Factory, this is all going to be a backstage area back here. And I also want to try and put the cave into the park as well. That's one of my goals, is to put the cave actually inside the park as well, which is going to be a big challenge, but I'm really excited to try and take that challenge. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just like taking this moment and it looks so good. At least in my opinion. Ah, Time Traveler and Thunderation. It's Thunderation right next to it. And then, of course, I have also been working on Outlaw Run's area as well. All these paths are actually fake, and they're going to be replaced with real paths when I am done, so... And I was really proud of this build as well, which is still a work in progress as well. Really, really nice. Have I eaten pizza? I actually did have a couple slices a little while earlier, before the stream. A couple hours, hour or two before the stream, yeah. Why does that have to anything to do with anything? Alright, so we got a little over 30 minutes remaining. And I want to get a little bit more done. We've already done some really good work in the stream, though, I think. So one of my ideas is I'm actually, since this is the end of the world, the edge of the world here, and we can't smooth it out, I'm trying to disguise it as much as I can with like trees and stuff. Because we gotta somehow disguise it to where it doesn't look really weird, even though there is a road over here and it doesn't actually go up like that, but that's how we're gonna have to go with. But Thunderation is actually turning out pretty nice. I'm excited. I'm still thinking about doing some custom, I'm going to be doing some custom textures on it. And then I believe you're talking about the, there's actually a barn swing, blueprint out there that's actually really good. And I should put it in. I'm actually thinking about putting it in and making a little bit of alternation, alter it a little bit myself. I can't wait till we get all this area detailed. It's gonna look really good. It already looks really good. And it's not even fully done. But I'm mainly just gonna be working a little bit more on getting these custom supports done. Because this is probably one of those things I can work on off screen too. That's not gonna be a huge deal if I work off screen on. And just because, you know, it's one of those things that's very time consuming, you know, if I have nothing better to do. But then again, I'm not off screen very often. Lately I've just been really working a lot on YouTube and Twitch. It's kind of been my life lately. Once all the paths and stuff, it's gonna look way better. Yes, it's very raw right now. The park itself is very raw. There's not a lot of details completed yet in a lot of the areas that I have done so far. But this area of Thunderation is starting to look good. Alright, we'll get another section done here in just a second. Like, this actually looks legitimately a lot like Thunderation track and everything, with the cross beams, custom cross beams I'm making and everything. I'm very proud of it. And that's exactly how I kind of envisioned it too. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. How many episodes is this going to take before I get at least to call this park finished? I'm already on, what is this, episode 22 or 23? I think this is episode 23, and this is all we have done so far. Because I have done a lot of shifting since the updates and stuff. So, I'm not completely done. Or I've been shifting a lot of stuff lately. And I mean just like moving it into a different world, but I think we finally got the spot where we want it now. Someone says 100. 30 more. I think it's going to be a lot more. I think we're going to be in the hundreds. And I mean, like, for instance, I think it's going to be at least in the 200 or 300s, if I had to guess. But that's just me. I think it's going to be well over 100. It's just a very time-consuming project. It's probably going to take me 100 episodes just to do this. Custom supports on this thing. Not going to lie. I'm going to have to get rid of those pieces there. Go in here and we're going to get rid of these cross beams real quick. That don't need to be in there. I can tell you, you're going to need a very, very powerful PC to, oh, what happened to my other side? Very, very powerful PC if you want to run this world when it's done. at least in a good way. I kind of want to get some guests on this. All we have to do is connect the entrance, and it will be available to our guests. Is this going to have DLC parts? What exactly do you mean by that? DLC parts. Yes, yes it will. I've already used DLC stuff. So yes, you're going to have all the DLC to be able to use this park. But that's to be expected. Because I'm going to be using, like, everything. But, again, it's not going to be on the workshop for quite a long time. Because who knows how long it'll be before I get this done. I should probably start rotating this slightly. Yeah, I think I'm going to start rotating it in between here because it's starting to get a little slanted in a different direction. Yeah, you can run it without the DLC, but you can't edit anything, I think. So you can actually open the park up with the DLC, you just can't ride the DLC coasters. You can't ride the DLC coasters, which I don't know if I'll really if any of them's gonna have DLC coasters, but and you just can't edit it. As far as as far as I believe, that's what it is. Anyways, so. But I think you can still enter the park and everything. Alright, so that's actually moving along. It's gonna take so long, but it's moving along. Alright, let's go ahead and do another save session here. It takes so long just to do one part sometimes. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait till I get, like, a lot of details done and just some areas are just gonna look complete. I can't wait to have those moments. Alright, so I'd say the terrain is pretty good around the Thunderation area. I might adjust down there just a little bit, but that's about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some... Hope they expand the map size again soon. Yes, me too. I really do hope so as well. Because I even had issues planning this out. I think I'm going to be good to fit the entire park within this map the way that I have placed it, and that's why I've done a lot of shifting throughout the game. But one thing I was not going to be able to do is get Grand Exposition fit into the park, but now the way I've shifted it, I will be able to have enough room to probably get the Grand Exposition in the park now. And the middle of the park and back of the park is all good, so. So all that will definitely be good. Alright, we're going to do some more scenery. So I'm going to go and place some trees down, because there's a lot of trees right here. So much so where you can hardly really see the track on the other side. Try and get as many different kinds of trees as I can to get that variety in there. And this used to all be trees too, but now Time Traveler came in. Yeah, it would definitely be cool to get a good Cedar Point recreation because you can't fit that all in one world at all. With the scenario update, they gave us a little bit more room to expand, and that actually helped a lot with this park, because this one was cutting it on the edge, very, very on the limit. But I think I got it figured out to where I'm going to be able to fit all of the Silver Dollar City Park in here, which is definitely a good thing, because I was hoping to be able to fit everything in one world, and it looks like we're going to be able to do that. So good thing, what we're going to be doing is we're going to do some really good blending as well with the terrain at the same time. That's one thing we're going to do, is do some nice blending. Oh, I'm having one of those moments again because I see the foresty kind of thing coming, because it's all like in the woods, so, and it looks pretty accurate. Alright, and then for terrain, we're gonna, let's see, this is already, we're gonna throw a little bit of dry grass in there. So we're gonna try and do some good blending here with some of the grasses. Throw in just a little bit of dirt. So if you have the intensity very light, you can really do some blending and get some interesting textures. Very unique textures. I think if you're very creative, you'll be able to put Kings Island in one map. Possibly. I could probably see that. So we're gonna do this straight away, and we're gonna do all this detailed up here. Alright, we're getting some good blending in here. Alright, I'm going to do another piece here. Another section. 3 cross ties is a whole section for me. That's what I'm going to call a whole section. Because you do the 2 in between, and then you do the actual support structure. Like I said, like you said, you just kind of have to be very creative with some things, and you might be able to fit some stuff in there, like this park, for instance. Silver Dollar City is pretty small, but with all their rides and coasters, a lot of their everything's just kind of spread out, you know. Because, for instance, like Thunderation here, you know, just look how spread out their coasters are. Time Traveler is actually pretty compact for Silver Dollar City. That's probably one of the most compact coasters that they've actually created. But, you know, like Outlaw Run's layout, it's this huge figure 8 kind of layout, and it's interesting. So that's kind of what, you know, like, look at all this space this is taking up for these 2 coasters, you know? That's kind of what's made it difficult to try and fit this in a park. So it's a pretty small park, for sure. Silver Dollar City's not that big. But you can definitely see it. But I'm very much happy with how the colors have turned out on my Thunderation here, on Thunderation. I'm very happy with it. Alright, so we're going to go in here and edit it. The beast takes up like the whole park. That is true. That is a very spread out coaster for sure. Alright, so we're going to go in here, move this up. Alright, that's another section in there, after we get the metal pieces in there, of course. Again, I'll have to do my research and really look to see which spots actually have like a little catwalk. There are some spots on Thunderation that just have like a catwalk. It's kind of interesting. I think there's some on the like helix section. Maybe it's so they can access the some of those parts that they need to access. Alright, we're going to try and blend this together as best as we can. Trying to casually do this. It's really hard when you rotate these. Just a little more rotation there. Not too shabby. Now we just gotta do the other side. Alright, we'll do one more piece here. And we will be good for that section. For now. Need to go a little bit further down there. There we go. Thunderation. Oh, had one of those moments again. Sorry. I just kind of like burst out sometimes when I get excited on some of these things. Alright, let's see how well we are with Time Traveler over here. Man, I just want to ride it over and over and over. Did you ever see Eagle's Fortress Coaster in Korea, you think? I don't believe so, no. Doesn't ring a bell, actually, at all. Man, these... Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and put one on the cross tie here. Aerodynamics has created a beauty here. Such a classic coaster, too. When you really think about a Thunderation. Nice classic Aero mine train. But I do think doing a Kings Island recreation would be really cool. If you can figure it out, a way to throw it in, put it in there, that would be neat. Or fit it in there. I should search it up. Yeah, definitely. Not at this moment, but because we still got about 19 minutes to go. And then I'm going to head off here, and then we'll pick up on this later. Bum, bum, bum. Let's save it. Alright, we're gonna get some... I'm gonna get some guests in here. Here in actually just a second. I want to see them rush to Thunderation. That's a temporary pathway for right now. Get the name in there, of course. We're gonna open it up. And we're gonna open the park up too. I'm gonna add just a little bit of a departure interval here. At least 30 seconds. Excuse me. Is the next stream going to be tomorrow or Saturday? I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'm going to post a schedule for tomorrow. I'm going to post tomorrow's times after the stream. So if you're still sticking around, you can check that out after I get the times up tomorrow. Because I'll be streaming a little earlier tomorrow. I won't be streaming late tomorrow because I'm going to be going on my trip. We're going to be leaving on the trip tomorrow night, so. Oh, let's take a look at the guests coming in. I made it to where they walk through here, too. I'm going to have to track them to go over in this direction as well. I'll put something in here to maybe attract them to this side so I have guests flowing in both directions. When you have a departure interval, it takes forever. Yeah, but I want to make sure the trains are where they're supposed to be instead of it sending it out too quickly. See where these guests head to. Probably Thunderation. Ah, I gotta fix that. They're going right through the... Why are you going through that? It's nice to do this because we get a little bit of a test to see where the guest flow is, and we can adjust anything we need to later on, of course. So I'm gonna change where the guest spawner point is. This is just a temporary spawner right now. I'm gonna set the minimum or the maximum guests here that we can have in here. I don't want too many guests coming in here. I don't want to go over 1,000. You're probably in the park because your friends on team are in it. That's true. I have seen some like interesting names in here before. You never know who might pop in. Here's Lily Stringer. Trenton Gaffney. Jerry Knives. They're so slow. Come on, get through the hospitality house. That's not a hospitality house yet. Man, they're really coming in here for one ride. Because I don't think I have anything else connected. What was the rating on this? 3.52. It's not even that big of a deal. But people are still going to go check it out, of course. One ride can make that much of a difference. That's funny. What's the purpose of the hospitality house? The hospitality house is kind of like a gift shop, pretty much. It's a kind of like a general gift shop for Sodar City. They have like different rides and stuff, and it's also connects to the exit to the exit of the cave. So when you get out of the cave, you actually exit into here, and it's actually the entrance of the cave too. To the right is the entrance of the cave. So that's what it is. Your comment about Kings Island. Ah, someone just... Hold on. I can't see it, sorry. And I can't scroll. Oh, no. So I can't see it. Ah, dang it. Alright, so I can't see this. What was your message on Kings Island? I just like got rid of the chat for a second and now I can't see the previous messages and I'm like, ah, crap. Yep, they're all heading to Thunderation. Once we get more attractions and rides, of course, this will all spread out evenly more. Oh, if you proportion Kings Island diagonally, you should fit. Probably. It all depends on how you place your pathways and your layout of the park. It always just kind of depends. Like, I thought I was going to be able to fit all this in when I started back over here at the first point. And I realized I was wrong. Way wrong on it. This one person is very excited. I'm like, where are these guys? These guys aren't as excited as this lady. Good for you, Vita Bailey. She's the only excited one for Thunderation. None of you are excited for Thunderation? What's wrong with you guys? Is the land that color at Time Traveler? Yes, pretty much, actually. It is like a very muddy kind of color right now. Very orange on the construction site right now. There's not a lot of green over there at the moment because it's been so much under construction. Yeah, you get to ride an unfinished Thunderation. We haven't done all the supports on it. But hey, at least you get to ride it. At least there's one ride that's connected. Am I right? Man, these people are slow. Let's speed them up here. Come on. Man, I'm on year 3. Dollywood land clearing hype. Oh, wow, yes. Very excited to see what they're going to be doing at Dollywood with all that land clearing. That one lady's probably, like, already down there. Or she turned away. One of the two. Oh, there she is. She's like, I am ready. I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm ready. We have nearly 1,000 guests just for one ride. That's ridiculous. Incredible, but ridiculous. Busch Gardens, 315 tall hype. Williamsburg. Yes. Lots of hype going around. You're on an unsupported bridge right now. I think I'm going to have to adjust this just a little bit because there's stairways going that way, but actually it's about right. I think about it. I got the proportion just a little bit wrong on the area, but that's okay. She's all by herself. Oh no, she's by herself riding Thunderation. Poor lady. This is gonna be painful though when you hit that that terrain right there. Wham. I'm gonna try and do all the theming stuff as well. There's like a little minecart right here. Kind of a little nice little theming thing. Does anyone think it's a Giga at Busch Gardens? I don't know about this early, if they're gonna get one, because I just got... Oh, not Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens, I was talking about Kings Island for some reason. I'm stupid. Anyways, Giga at Busch Gardens, I don't know. Maybe it's just a skyscraper or something. Who knows? Have fun on Thunderation. An observation tower, because that's something they would do. That'd be kind of interesting. So one thing about, like, aero mine trains, you gotta make the transitions kind of jerky to make it realistic. So you don't have to do too much smoothing, and then they have a lot of straight pieces as well. Whoop. Going through the helix. That turn right there is actually pretty jerky. Let's watch, guess, ride. Oh gosh. Let's take a look at this train. Look, they're so excited to ride Thunderation. Are you guys ready to ride? Thunderation with no roof. Not many supports. Oh, it's so good. I like it. No. Can't be a drop tower because they have one. Maybe it is a Giga. Who knows? The world may never know. Okay. That's enough of that. Whoa, what did I do? Oh, I thought I did something. That's your guy in the back. The very back. Juan. Kevin. Seth. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Everyone wants to ride this ride. It's insane. There's no room. I lost your guy at this point. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of guests trying to ride one ride. Orderly fashion, people. Orderly fashion. We're gonna get you on in an orderly fashion. Now. Announcing Time Traveler. Man, I wish we had spinning trains, spinning cars. I want them so bad. Like, that's like my #1 coaster car that I want right now. I don't even care if we get a new track or something. This track's fine. I just want I want a new car that spins. These are the closest cars that we have that works. And they're not even correct, obviously. And you can't have multiple cars on the train. You can only have the one per train. One car per train. It's not enough, man. Now, turning our worlds upside down. There's the first launch section. Actually, was very accurate. It actually stops for about that long. Of course, you're going to lag out, stream. Of course, you're going to lag out. Why wouldn't you lag out, stream? It's only like when it goes slow. When it gets to the fun parts, that's when it's like Did they just, like, jolt in the middle of the loop? That's funny. What are you doing, dummies? I'll still finish it anyways. I don't know why it lags on the POVs. It's weird. It's the only part that likes to lag. It looks like it's doing okay now. It's not doing too bad. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Very excited. Made my own custom loop. Made my own 0G roll. And it just looks good. The last launch is very pointless. Not if you want to get back to the station, really. To be all fairness. You have to get back up to the station. How are you going to do that? That's why it's one of those launches that just, you know, it just gets more momentum. Does it have anything to do with your processing? It could, possibly. I'm not sure. I mean, like, again, on my end, it doesn't lag. It's just when it translates through to Twitch. Like, even my stream on OBS looks pretty good. It doesn't even lag on that, so I don't know. If it might be a processing thing. It could be, you know, and I'm looking at it, getting a better processor eventually. So that's my next big purchase, is a processor. And whatever I need to get that processor. But if you know, like, Silver Dollar City, in true Silver Dollar City fashion, they always have to have, like, that extra lift hill or launch to get it back up to the top. Just, like, look at Thunderation, for instance. It has one drop after its lift hill. But it's still a fun ride. Just like Powder Keg. It has a lift hill and just has a drop and a helix and it's over. That one, a lot of people say that one's unnecessary, but they recycled it. But I don't know, we're in pretty good shape. But anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for joining the stream tonight. It is time to end it, as we've had a great stream, and very excited. If you want to, I'm going to be posting the next live stream schedule very shortly afterwards, so if you want to stick around and check that out, I'll be posting it hopefully pretty soon. I don't know exactly how soon, but it will look hopefully probably earlier tomorrow sometime. I'm not entirely sure. Does Powder Keg use the water splash? No, it doesn't. But anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you know, you check out the other stuff and the YouTube channel, of course. And I hope you guys have a great day and even cooler tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining, guys. It's been awesome. Thanks and goodbye.